check. Hoo-ha! All right, cool.
Yeah.
So Arya graduated.
She did. Now we can actually talk about it.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's so exciting. It's like the biggest day in my life, and it's her accomplishments.
Yeah.
I was sitting there like, I'm just like, it's funny because her dad was there, but we were both like fucking the proud fathers, like, look at that girl go. We're like, oh, she's great. And I was like, it was so much fun. It was such a good time. It was such a weird thing though, because there's this wedding venue. You know where Seven Circle is? You played there before?
Seven. Yeah.
Yeah, like over off like Federal and 8th
See.
ish. So if you don't know about it, go to Seven Circle, support them because they're all DIY and they're great. But there's a new like venue over there for like weddings and shit, like right in that same area.
Oh,
so it looks like, and if you can get in the door, it's great before getting stabbed. But like when you're inside, it's awesome.
yeah, totally.
It's like this old fucking built like warehouse building. So weird, but it was really nice. It was really sweet and cute and hipstery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was great, dude.
Filibuster!
Anyway, do we talk enough?
Welcome to Filmabuster. My name is John.
I'm Mike. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're going to do a movie review for you for a change.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just fucking saying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Wait, did Zootopia release yet?
No.
Have we released that one? Oh,
no,
okay.
dude, I had like no time this week. Zootopia's coming out.
Okay.
It probably already came out when you're listening to this.
Sorry. Anyways, okay. Yes,
Whoops.
we are doing a movie. Ha ha ha.
Oh. Anyway, John, we're doing Mary and Max.
Mary and Max.
Mary and Max.
Which came out in 2009.
It did. It did. It's an Australian stop-motion, adult animated, psychological comedy drama film. Oh, God.
The emphasis on the comedy drama.
Yeah.
Because
big.
boy, howdy, it goes between both.
Hello. Yeah, dude. 2009. The fucking written and directed by Adam Elliott. A little Adam. Well done. Very nice.
What other works has he done?
He did another recently, or not recently, around the same time he did another like claymation film about a guy with Tourette's, and I actually never saw. I just found out like today about it, and I really want to watch it. So, we might be talking about more of this guy's work because John, what'd you think?
I mean, I really enjoyed it.
I was so scared. I
was waiting for you to do the squint face of like, oh god, he's gonna say it was shit.
Man, if you didn't like this movie, I would walk out.
I really liked it. The beginning of the film, like I did write in my notes. I was like, man, these intro credits are taking a long time.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, this like piano melody that's like in 7 switches between 7 and 8.
That's
super groovy.
That's actually one of my favorite songs in general. It's a band, Penguin Cafe Orchestra. Wonderful band, wonderful group, and that's their biggest song, Perpetuum Mobile. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Interesting.
But
I'll
look up that band. Everybody look up that band. It's one of my favorite songs of all time.
I will definitely have to check out more of their work and buy that song because it's definitely a repeating motive throughout the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of those. It was like, man, this intro credits are taking forever, but at the same time,
I'm jamming on this
music is really good, so I'm okay with it.
I like the first time I watched this movie about 7 years ago. I actually, I thought the same thing, but then I'm like, but I also don't want to stop looking at this, like the claymation that they're leading us through this kind of world with this music playing. You're like, you're bringing me in. Whatever's happening after this, I'm curious because
no, that's true. It was a nice way to break in the art style.
Yes,
because you're really looking at all right, this is the cartoonish look that they're going for, not just from buildings and objects on the street, but also people as well. You could see like how they have like really goofy or elongated faces, or
the ears.
The ears stick out way farther than you think.
Yeah, and dude, and even like the koala in the first bit, like they had that little like it wasn't a real koala, it was like a carving, like a wood carving of one, but even that wood carving had that style
exactly,
and it was just very much getting you into that world. Dude, again. Look up that song. Look up that band. They're fucking so good, dude.
What's the band again?
Penguin Cafe Orchestra.
Penguin Cafe Orchestra.
Yeah, they're fucking
They should go
amazing.
on tour with like Trampled by Turtles or something like that.
I think actually the composer
Call it
died,
the Zoo
so-
Tour or something.
Dude.
Oh, well, if he died, never
I
mind.
know,
That's a
it's
shame.
sad. I don't really...
Rest in peace.
No, dude, they're so fucking good. I'm looking for my questions. On my phone, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Ford v Ferrari. I didn't write anything for that movie. I just have a note that like it opened up and I didn't write anything.
You just have the title.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Why did I do that?
Good movie, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I fucking know. I don't know. I actually made Aria watch that the other day.
Ford v Ferrari? Nice. What'd she
loved it.
think?
She fucking loved it.
Good.
It's so good, man.
It's a good movie.
And we already talked about that movie, I guess.
Yes, we already did. So we're not going to go back to that.
Yeah.
We are going to stay focused
Maybe.
on the goal of Mary and Max.
Mary.
Double M.
Yeah, dude.
Eminem. Ha.
Oh.
My name is... Yeah.
See, now you're getting off topic again.
I know. Here we
Oh
go.
my god! So yeah, that's kind of where we're getting to. The first impressions, you liked it, and you said it did take a little bit to get into, just with that first elongated bit, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know that seems kind of nitpicky, but for me, it's... I don't know. Like intro credits shouldn't take that long, or if they are taking that long to get to like the the title shot or whatever, the announcement of the movie. I don't know. It's one of those. It's nice to just have some explanation of what's going on as you're leading in.
Yeah.
You know how some movies will start out with like a scene and then the movie starts and stuff like that. Like that's pretty cool because it gives you a quick insight of the world building.
Sure,
And all that.
it's-
It gives you
It's pop hook writing, right? You're gonna come out with your hook,
yeah,
and then
of course.
so they know it by the time you hit the chorus, so they can
Of
sing
course.
along.
This film, I mean, yes, you're getting an observation of the art style, which is nice because that's pulling you into the world building, and you see that we're in Australia in what was it, 1974?
It was 70, I think, because it was like the grandpa died, I think, at 79, so right around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's already establishing some of the world building, yada yada. Got it. We get that, but again, I don't know. After a while, it was like, okay, that's already established. I already see this art style.
Yeah, it's
why are we
definitely-
still going through this?
It's definitely one of
you
those like filmmaker artist things, right?
Yeah.
They kind of want to be like the older movies that had all these big credits, and it was like a show was about to start,
Yeah.
right? And I think a lot of these kind of indie filmmakers are like, I want to kind of throw back to that, and they also love themselves a lot.
Yeah.
So there's like a self-indulgent stuff in a lot of these kind of indie movies. This one obviously didn't really wear out his welcome in that beginning, for me at least, but.
Right.
But yeah, again, fucking music, ease of watching, bud. Like, how easy was this for you to watch? Let me just get the phone call here and
Ooh,
decline it.
Who's that?
It's Patrick.
Because it was a Sonic. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna pick.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Got places to go. Gotta follow my rainbow. Dude, I love that song. Did they redid it
Have I told you
for Sonic Generations?
Nice. Have I told you that they did a mashup between that and Smash Mouth?
What Smash Mouth song?
All Star.
The Smash Mouth song. The
Smash Mouth song.
that's terrible.
They do the music of Sonic. Somebody once told me the world was gonna. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I love that or hate that.
It's actually pretty good.
It's a bop. All right.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's
in the redone version on Generations. You know how it has that doom doom tuka, doom 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 ba doom, and to open up the song, the little slap bass.
Yeah.
In the redone
We're
one,
just hearing.
it's fucking nuts. It goes bugga da bugga da dugga da dugga da dugga 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 dugga, and it's like fucking rips, dude. Look it up. Now we get off topic again. So yeah, what ease of watching, dude? Like, were you kind of sailing through? Was it kind of like more of an art house movie for you? Where were we at?
I was what do you mean by sailing through?
Was it one of those movies that like seemed shorter because it was easy to watch, that kind of thing? Like, did it fly by?
Yeah. This movie definitely flew by, which I did notice. This movie was only like an hour and a half long.
Yeah,
so
nice.
That also was one of those, okay, this has got to be an older film because every movie nowadays is 2 hours.
4 hours.
So seeing that one was only an hour and a half, like, okay, we're going back in time.
Dude, even kids' movies these days are like 2 hours, man.
I know.
Fucking
I
sucks.
know. It's weird. I don't know who in Hollywood
Thought it
was
was a good
just
idea.
like, all right, gathered all the studios, was like, all right, from here on out, 2 hours minimum.
Dude,
what happened?
I don't know, man. It is weird. I love long movies, but
it depends. As long as the movie's good.
That's what I'm saying. Because like sometimes they're like again, like watching Justice League was a chore.
Yeah, if it's a shit film, I don't want to sit there for 4 hours to experience a shit film.
Sure, even if it's a good film, that's like that was supposed to be 30 minutes less than it was.
True, because like The Irishman's a great film.
You thought it stayed a little long,
but it's also isn't it like it's
like
at least 3 hours,
3.5, I think. Yeah,
I think it's 3.5.
Yeah.
Like, I legitimately fell asleep. Not because I was bored with the film, but because next thing I knew, it was like midnight, and I get tired.
Yeah.
I get tired.
I work for a living. I don't want to come home and watch this.
No offense to all those guys, those great actors. Like, it was a really long movie.
Dude,
Great movie, just long. Anyways,
this was nice and short.
With this one, I definitely, it cruised by.
Yeah.
And it was great to watch. I definitely had a lot of different emotions as the movie was going on because this movie really dives deep into really, I guess, like challenging you to look inward.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of the big things I got from this film because from both Mary's experiences and Max's experiences, people could definitely nitpick a lot of things out of there.
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack here, and something that the movie does really well is it kind of just like it has you watch it from the outside looking in this lovely art style.
Yes,
and it doesn't beg you to look inward, and it doesn't like make you do anything, but if you think for 2 seconds about any plot point in this movie, you will start to think and spiral and wonder because. When it comes to their relationship, this is one of the cutest relationships I've seen on film in a long time. Like, I love the chemistry between these two, even though they don't really share a scene together.
What is it? Max is played by Philip Seymour Hoffman.
He is.
Late, great Philip Seymour Hoffman.
He is.
And Mary is played by 2 different people because she is a child at first, but then she grows up to a young lady.
Yeah, so Toni Collette.
Toni Collette?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember the names. It was people I haven't really heard of before.
Yeah. No, she and then Bethany Whitmore did young Mary, who was just the cutest fucking voice
Absolutely.
ever.
Yeah, no, the voice...
Sweetened condensed milk.
I got to pull up my note. I wrote specifically for when she said that.
Oh, really?
my favorite thing to eat is sweet and condensed milk. My gosh, they're Neanderthals.
Oh my God!
Oh man.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, dude, fucking A. And yeah, so she's super cute. And again, this relationship really is really beautiful and really sweet. But the second you step back, you're like, this is kind of fucked up. Like an older guy talking to a young girl over this thing. It's kind of fucked up just from the very start. Mm-hmm. And that's why this movie is so like gray, morally gray the entire way through.
Yeah.
Mary is a good person, but she does a lot of shitty things, Yeah. Same with Max. Like, they're real people, and I could really tell that. Not because the movie like dove deep. It just showed, just storybook mode. Here's these characters. And I love that.
Yeah.
Because you can make your own opinion. You don't have to love Mary or Max to love this movie.
True.
But I did. And maybe somebody else didn't, Like, I love that, dude. They're just like, here's the characters. This is how they act,
Yeah, for sure.
Wonderful. It's so rare to just have, again, short movie, You don't have to go into the depths of everything. A lot of critics, something that they will bash about this, they say that the storyline it's pretty, not a lot happens. It's really thin. It's a thin story.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the point of the story. The point of the story is, I was talking to Miranda about it, is just, hey, this is kind of what it's like to have pen pals.
Yeah.
You have a friend that you don't ever meet. Mm-hmm. Maybe you do, but in this situation, they didn't. They never actually met until it was, quote unquote, too late.
Yeah. Yeah, spoilers, by the way.
Well, I mean,
No,
come
I'm
on.
saying this is when we're going to get into spoilers because I love talking about this movie. So yeah, so basically she does. Mary lives this whole life, right? Mary was 8 years old when she started talking to Max, and she's 25 by the time she gets married, I believe, and graduates. So she's probably about 30 by the end of the movie, or late 20s.
Honestly, I don't remember the ages, but I know, yeah, she's like 8 and he's what, in his 40s?
40s, yeah.
When they start writing.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so basically she lives this whole life and the ups and downs and you know, big ups and big downs. And Max is over here kind of just doing his thing, which I kind of love. Like he has this routine every day.
Well, yeah, it's weird because Mary, yeah, she's just a child, so of course she's going through puberty,
Big changes.
going through high school, going into college, and like getting married. All like her life is going through all the classic trials and tribulations of just growing up.
Yeah.
Whereas a character like Max, yes, he does experience a lot of changes in his life once, you know, when we show up, but it's still also he is very much set in his ways.
Yeah.
You know?
And he likes it. And I really like when we finally gets diagnosed Asperger's, right?
Yes.
Also, to point out, this kind of dates the movie a little bit too, because Asperger's is actually not a thing anymore. Now it's just a spectrum, right?
Yes, it's just being part of the autistic spectrum.
Wherever you're on in that spectrum.
But yeah, I mean, I know a few guys that do have Asperger's.
And they still call it Asperger's.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, to be fair, I haven't talked to him in a while. But yeah, when I first met them, or like we had that conversation, they did say straight up like, yeah, I have Asperger's. I do have a hard time. Like when Max read the sign, please take a seat, and he literally takes the seat and
he's on the bus.
It's with him on the bus or the subway. It's like, I know a guy who would literally do that.
Yeah, totally.
I know a guy that if you asked him, hey, go and tell me, can you real quick just go tell me your license plate number? He will literally go out, come back, and tell you only the numbers on the license plate, not the letters.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, check your words. It's so funny because...
Yeah, like I know that he would... Okay, I don't think he would go as far as actually taking a seat, but he would at first interpret the sign of doing that and be like, I don't know, that's a little weird, you know?
Yeah, and they'd probably go through it and think about it a little bit.
Yeah, he'd probably ask the person, like, you seriously want me to take a seat?
Yeah, what the fuck
you know?
doing?
Yeah.
So... It's so interesting, man. I really like Max's when he finds that out and he gets this diagnosis, which a lot of people, especially in the 70s, there wasn't a lot of help for these people on the spectrum.
Right.
And so seeing Max kind of like get his diagnosis and not only kind of know what to call it now, but also he had pride in it. He's like, it's Aspies for short, and I'm proud of being an Aspie.
Exactly.
And I fucking love that, dude.
Did he make a shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a scene where he makes a shirt like Aspie for life or something.
Yeah,
or
something like that. And it was just the cutest thing, man. And he's fucking like, this is who I am. And that's where it comes to actually Mary and Max's big kind of falling out.
Yes.
Was that she's so like geared to like curing. And he's like, no, I want to be myself. Like, I like myself.
Right. She took it too far, or she wasn't really listening to what he was saying. Mm-hmm. And he took that as, betrayal.
Yeah.
And all that. And that's where the real conflict in the movie happens.
Yeah. And it is very, very fucking pungent, man. Like that.
It's pretty intense. Because is that a steep spiral?
Jesus, man. And it's so sad to see her too, like acting like her mom when she's drinking and she's doing all this stuff. And it's like, dude, and it's like you remember, and in your head you're thinking of the little girl you met, like the little girl with the sweetened condensed milk in the beginning, and you really want to see her again, and now she's just like broken, and it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
And the first time I watched it, I actually when Papalopoulos, whatever, when he left her,
yes.
I thought it was rushed, but watching it again and again, I've seen this movie way too many times, but I started to realize that this didn't happen overnight. This has been a long time that she's been fucked up like this.
Right.
And
I mean, well, yeah, because in the letter he even says, he's like, you probably haven't even noticed that I packed my bags. You probably haven't even noticed that I've been gone.
Yeah. which is so fucking intense, dude.
Yeah.
Like-
and even us watching it is like, oh yeah, he is gone.
Oh fuck,
Like, whoa.
he left. Yeah, you kind of like worry about. Yeah, dude, it's such a weird thing, and I will say, probably best suicide scene I've ever seen in my entire life, because it's so creepy, it's dark, it's orchestral. Que sera, sera,
Yeah,
whatever will
the
be,
music
will
that's
be.
playing and
And
the visuals of the walls going black,
melting down,
you know, and just like these portraits of these people who have affected your life, just like jumping out at you and
and
stuff.
she kind of commands
you know?
it here and back, and it's almost like watching fucking not Disney, Mickey fucking conduct the waves and shit. Like it was really cool and dark, man.
Yeah, very much.
And this version of I don't know if the song is Que Sera, but like it's a great song, but it's this version of it is kind of interesting because it's not too well produced. The girl's voice is kind of a little shaky.
Yeah.
It's not the most polished thing. And it kind of works really well for this scene.
Well,
'cause
yeah,
it's creepy and weird.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, in her, like, the way I took it is that she is singing this in her mind,
Yeah.
you know,
Will
and
be.
she is currently, like, she's drunk. She's on meds. What was it, Valium?
Yeah, Valium.
Yeah, that she found in the back of the cupboard. and
Her
all
mom's
that.
too. It was like,
Yeah, exactly. Like she's not right in the head. So my thought process was like, this is playing in her mind
yeah.
as this is happening, and at any second, all she has to do is take one step forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
And game over. You know,
You're done, man. And it is.
it's creepy.
It's really creepy.
It
like
is
on
creepy
the
and
edge.
dark. And then you get that quick insight of like, oh, by the way, she's also pregnant.
Yeah, it's like
You know?
they hold you up, man. They're like just, you know, like punching you in the balls, right? This entire scene.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, I guess I could also like just slap you in the face a few times
Yeah.
because your balls have been punched enough and you seem like you're in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm just going to slap your face with this baby thing." You're like, "God damn it. You're just trying to make this worse." And dude, when at the end of the movie, when I saw that baby, I was like, "Yeah!"
Yes. Absolutely. Well, even just the fact that she didn't die.
Well, that's the most amazing scene for me is when they knock on the door and you see her fumble against the wall and open the door with the thing around her neck,
Yeah.
and the fucking Perpetuum Mobile by Penguin Cafe Orchestra starts playing. And you're already so close to this song and so close to this character. When you
Right.
see her open that door into the sunshine and she's alive,
Yeah.
dude, the first time I watched it, I fucking stood up. I was like, yes! Like, it was
Nice.
I was so into it, man. It was
Yeah,
like,
I
that's
can't,
the prettiest scene ever.
I don't remember what the proper terminology is
Yeah.
with music, but it's like, yeah, when you hear that intro, that melody line,
yeah.
that 7, 8,
Is it 7 and 8? Because I've tried to count it
yeah,
a million times.
It's
so
a
weird.
measure of 7 and then a measure of 8.
Is that all it is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go home and count that
Yeah,
again.
trust me.
Is it?
It's a measure of 7 and then a measure of 8.
'Cause I thought that. I don't know. I thought anyway.
Because
Continue. Sorry.
Again, the like that piece is really, really fun to listen to, and because the title screen was so long, I was enjoying the music, but I was also just like, this definitely isn't 4/4. What's going on here?
Yeah, no, that's
You
the
know?
first thing. I was like,
And then I realized, oh, okay, the 7 is at the start of the melody, and then it ends with a bar of 8. Okay, cool.
That's maybe where I'm losing it.
Yeah, it's a bar of 7.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, if you're 7/8 and then 4/4, or 7/8 and then 8/8.
Yeah.
You know, however you want to look at it.
Okay.
That's what the melody line is.
Yes.
But anyways, I don't remember the proper terminology, but it's like, because of how they placed that piece, that melody line, whenever you hear it, you automatically know, okay, good things. We are okay now.
We're okay,
Like good things are coming, or good things are here.
Yeah.
Like we made it.
Yes.
We're fine.
Yes.
Everything's okay. We're at peace.
Man.
And
it does such a good job.
I guess motif or something like that.
I think it's motif,
I can't.
like-
I can't remember the proper terminology.
and it's such a cool song. We could talk about the song as much as we talk about the movie because fucking you have this piano line, right, and it goes through, and then you have these strings come in and just sweeping strings.
Yeah.
And dude, it's like the most calming song ever. It's always your Spotify has like top played, you know, like last month your top played songs.
Yes.
Literally every single month that song's on my. I listen to that song probably every other day for like the last 7 years.
Nice.
I fucking love that
and
song.
you don't know the meters for it.
We're going to talk about this.
Shame.
We're going to talk about this. You counted it wrong.
No.
Yes.
No.
We're going to talk about this because I can't play it because we're on YouTube and it'll get mad at me, but I was just about to play it.
Okay. Well, if they... okay. If it equals 7 and then 8, I'm still right.
Okay, yes,
but if
you are right.
If it's some bullshit like, no, it was actually 6 and 9, it's like, okay, that's still
that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. It's different. It's different. Anyway, fun fact: it took 2,400 teaspoons of lubricant to make the ocean, while Max imagines himself on a desert island.
That was such a quick scene too.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just fucking lube. All the water is lube. It's such a cool idea. Fucking A.
That's funny.
I just saw that. I was like, yeah, all the water scenes are lube. That's so cool.
I will say, one of the things watching this film, like after watching it, I was like slightly mesmerized by the eating animation they have Max do.
With the chocolate hot dogs?
The way his mouth moves like in a wave motion from left to right.
Yeah.
Like this weird circular thing. Like after I watched that movie, as I was eating breakfast, I tried doing that. I'm like, how do they do that? I know they're not real, but how do they do that? It's this weird.
It's almost like satisfying.
It's not
you know?
even. It's not even like a perfect circle or a perfect oval or anything. It's like this weird slight dip wave thing that he like does with his mouth as he. I don't know.
It's really interesting, and it's funny too. I love when they have those motions because you can kind of almost see like the fingers on the clay moving.
Yeah,
like it's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
You can reach out and touch this film. Another fun fact for you: Philip Seymour Hoffman and Adam Elliott, the director and writer, never actually met in person. Hoffman recorded everything in between a production of a play he was in, and did everything over Skype. So basically, he kind of was the Max to the director's Mary.
That's really cool.
And I think that's kind of how this felt real.
It gave it that authenticness.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until today, but I'm like, that makes sense.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh. Also, kind of like with Scarlett Johansson and Joaquin Phoenix for her.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, they never met each other.
Like, how?
Or they, at least, they never talked when this movie was being made.
And it worked so well.
You know? Yeah, and it worked perfectly.
I guess it just goes to show when you have good...
Yeah. Well, Philip Seymour Hoffman's also just really good at what he does. So, there is that.
Have you heard about Licorice Pizza?
Licorice or licorice?
Licorice. Sorry, I got excited.
Okay.
It's a new movie coming out by Paul Thomas Anderson, the guy who does Punch Drunk Love, The Master, There Will Be Blood.
Okay. Yeah.
All the movies, right? And or Boogie Nights as well. And it's starring Philip Seymour Hoffman's kid in his first role.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say Philip Seymour Hoffman himself. Like, oh god,
he's back. So it's his kid.
They brought him back with CGI.
Oh my god, I'd be so pissed.
I'm just saying that could be a thing.
We're probably gonna do a quick take about that because I'm fucking pumped.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. Licorice pizza.
Licorice.
First
pizza.
off, ew. But
Ew.
All right, I'm interested.
Yuck, I don't like it. I'm not watching it. What'd you think about the characters in this movie?
They all sucked.
Yeah, dude, I agree. Moving on.
0 out of 10. This movie sucks. No, the characters
like the strongest part of the movie.
Yeah, I mean the characters are what the movie is.
Yeah, it's all it's all character.
Exactly. Without the characters, this movie has literally nothing to it.
Yeah, it has nothing.
Okay, so
some pretty art styles, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, I know. Insert basically every other movie there ever is. Yeah. You kind of need the characters.
Sure, yeah.
To at least continue the story. Anywho, yes. The characters I thought were really, really good. Yeah, it genuinely felt like we took. I know there's like so many words going through my mind right now. These are people that you could genuinely meet on the street.
Oh yeah. They all felt super real.
All right. There was nothing that felt artificial about them. There was nothing that felt fudged just for the sake of, conflict or anything like that, or just to make you feel a certain way about that. Like, no, these two people, even the other characters as well, like the mother and father, Mary's parents and all that. Like, these are genuine people that you could find today.
And I like how they knew that you couldn't say as much about the mom or the dad or spend as much time with them or the boyfriend, husband. All these characters, they knew you really couldn't spend, or the therapist even. They knew that you weren't going to spend time with them, so what they did was they made them so recognizable, like physically, right? Like their character designs are out there, dude. Like, and I love that because
like, they're like, I know, like, not to bash on women, but I know that there are plenty of mothers out there who would rather be drinking and constantly steal and neglect their child. I know that sounds really messed up to say, but seriously, there are people out there. You can find them shockingly easily.
Oh yeah. There are actually a lot more of them than you think. And
then also the dad as well. The dad was also very removed from the family. Yeah. He was so stuck with work that the only thing that he cared about was just his hobby. And so he put his full effort or full time into that hobby. Yeah. And then when he finally retires, he picks up a new hobby that, again, has nothing to do with his family.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
It's like, you could easily find a father like that.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
I like the realistic nature of it, too, where Mary, at the funerals and stuff, and even like in like the little passing scenes, they still have a relationship, though. It's not like this.
Yeah. I'm not saying it was a toxic relationship, but
I mean, it is though. But it was a fucked up thing.
It is and it isn't.
But it's like, it's so easy for a movie to be like, oh, my parents sucked, so I hate them, in every single way. But it's there are a lot more nuance in that when you have parents that don't connect with you or are really even abusive. Like people don't really like. They still talk even and you saw that in this movie. It was pretty realistic in that family dynamic.
Yeah.
It's like not good, but it's.
I mean, I guess real. Okay, yes. Between Mary and her mother, yes, very abusive, toxic. Yeah. Between Mary and her father, I think it. I wouldn't say it was toxic. It was just it was just unfortunate differences.
Yeah.
In like who they were. Like to be fair, if you were a guy and your whole life was literally just pushing a button over and over,
connect to teabag,
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5,
it'd be a little
or 9 to 5, whatever,
yeah,
like, that's a pretty shit job. That's pretty mundane.
Job.
I'm not trying to excuse his actions for not really being a part of Mary's life, but at the same time, like when you get sucked into the black hole of labor, like, it's really hard to be your own person.
Yeah, that's a good way to put that. It's hard to be your own person. And you can see it with a lot of these characters, and fucking did a good job. So I love it, dude.
Yeah. And then with Max, again, like you got this older, egregious Jewish man. I don't know. He's Jewish, but he's an atheist.
He was raised
Jewish. Yeah. He keeps his yarmulke on because it keeps his brain warm. By his words, which I thought that was really cute.
I love that so much.
He keeps it on to keep his brain warm. But he is an atheist, and he's read many, many books. Disproving or proving that his belief was just wacky.
Yeah. I really enjoyed his nature. Like he's like, I need to just everything. And it makes sense with a character like that, where it's like he doesn't look into anything, so like a religious or a spiritual anything just doesn't match who he is. Like like it's so interesting to like get into his character too, and like meeting him at like 45, and you're like, this guy had a long life, like a very colorful past,
Yes.
And it led him to this point.
Yeah, all of his different jobs, and all the different people that he knew. I mean, his upbringing his childhood sounded very crap.
Abusive as well.
Yeah, also abusive. I mean, his mom killed herself.
Yeah.
Straight up just shot herself.
And that scene, man.
You don't see it, but he does say it as bluntly as that.
And you hear the pow, like the gunshot, which is just, ooh, man, it hits hard, dude.
Whereas like Mary's mom accidentally kills herself.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude, fucking A. It's
a lot. There's a lot of death in this movie.
It's very, very dark. It's very, very dark.
I'm just now realizing a lot of characters die in this film.
Yeah, dude. The
like-
mime,
Yeah, the mime goes
like
kaput.
viciously.
The old lady that feeds
Yeah.
Max soup every Sunday.
Yeah, she's great.
You know, she got a lot of money and bought a big TV, got her teeth fixed,
She
and
was so
decided to
happy.
get a jetpack and killed herself by accident.
Man, the fucking gravestones too with those stupid rhymes and poems
Yeah,
like cracked
yeah,
me up. It's like that's the most morbid shit. This is actually another fun fact for you. This film is inspired by Elliot's relationship with his pen pal friend in New York when he was younger. He's been writing to him for over 20 years, and he was from Australia, so kind of the same story.
Okay.
Yeah. So
He lived in New York. Okay.
so he decided to make a movie about it, which is badass.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love it. The film premiered opening night of the 2009 Sundance Film Festival. Actually, one of the, if I might be wrong here, but I think it's like one of the only, or the first at least, animated film to open up the Sundance Festival.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Nice little feather in the cap on that
Oh,
one.
definitely, dude. And yeah, people seem to like it. Critics here and there, you know.
This is definitely, this is. I mean, it's not a movie. It's not a movie for everyone. If your favorite franchise is Fast and Furious, you're gonna hate this film.
You're not gonna love it. Sorry. So it had a 8.2 million budget. As far as I can tell, I can only find a U.S. poll.
Okay.
Because it didn't really have a wide opening or anything like that. But we got out of the U.S. it had 1.7 million, so it really didn't do that well over here.
Oh my gosh.
Which is a bummer.
What was the budget?
8.2. So it's still low for
It's pretty low budget.
but it's obvious.
But I mean, obviously,
claymation.
if you're not at least making that much back,
Yeah, it's an issue.
that's a problem.
Worldwide, they probably made a lot more. I just couldn't find it. But as far as the U.S. goes, not great.
Interesting.
But yeah, people seem to like it. But we'll get into the ending, the spoilers, and all that stuff, and how could it be better? Do you want to just start with the how could it be better? How would you make it better, John?
Gosh.
Come on, dude.
Off the top of my head, I don't.
Live action remake.
What's
Live
that?
action remake with CGI battles and
Live-
aerial combat. I wanna see-
live action remake with a little teaser of Darth Maul at the end.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty sweet.
Live action remake with Darth Maul
If we could just somehow have Palpatine return.
starring Chris Pratt.
Sorry. Yeah. Mario.
Ah!
All right, we're going to talk about that later. Let's not get sidetracked
Sorry.
with that right now because we could go on that for a while.
A long time, dude.
Anywho, how can I make this movie better?
Better.
I don't know. I guess make the opening title not as long.
Yeah,
That's really
that's like the only thing you
that
have.
was really my only gripe, honestly, was just that.
That's so funny.
I don't know.
That's so funny.
That's pretty much it. Aside from that, I thought this movie was really straight. It's not a long movie. It's
No.
only an hour and a half.
No, you can't really cut out anything, and why would you? Right? It's every scene is special, man. Even if it doesn't really mean much, it's so special.
Yeah.
Like the little jokes they have. I love.
Yeah. Even like, because everything has its payoffs. You know, the time that she spends around Papadopoulos or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
What's his first name? Marvin?
I forget.
Mark.
You know, he's voiced by fucking.
I feel like it's another M.
Let's find out.
I can't remember.
Because who voices him is kind of funny. I'll tell you in a sec. If my phone would load.
But no, it's like
Damien.
Damien. Okay, there was an M in
Papadopoulos,
the
yep.
name, but it started with a D.
It's
Whoops.
played by Eric Bana.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
It's a weird role for him to play. Anyway, but yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just like every scene with every character, it pays off.
Yeah.
You know, like you have the next door neighbor who who Mary at first calls it homophobia. Homophobia. He's afraid to leave his home.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's such an
so
innocent
cute.
child perception of the word homophobia.
It's
you
so
know?
cute,
It makes
man.
sense.
Yeah, dude, that was so fucking
You know,
cute.
you're afraid to leave your house. Homophobia. Like
I know,
it's
it's
really
so
cute.
Man.
And then I like the fact that as once she goes to college and like learn, or maybe even out of high school, she figured out, oh, that's not homophobia. But
Yeah.
she quickly actually like says the proper term. It's
Yeah.
like
I always forget it.
agophobia or I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But
can look it up.
she stops calling it homophobia.
Right.
Like,
because she's
on a dime.
she's getting into that and she's really learning about it. And,
Right, exactly.
And-
But even then, like all the scenes of him coming outside and then quickly going back inside because he's like, he's freaked out and all that. It's like, yeah, you could arguably snip out those scenes.
Yeah. But that would take away the biggest.
It would
one
take
of the biggest
away.
scenes,
Yeah, it would take away him actually facing his fears to go knock on the door, which in turn saves Mary's life.
Yep. Fucking.
Ugh.
You know what's funny though?
Connects.
I always thought this time watching is kind of funny. It's like this guy's terrified of going outside, and it's like, oh man, he has a problem. And then you're like, he literally almost gets killed every time he walks outside.
That was when the car almost hit him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and the dog's like trying to kill him.
He's afraid to go outside. He almost gets sidewiped every time.
I think that was the funniest like inside joke when they were writing this. They're like, let's just have him actually in danger.
And well, then even when he saves Mary's life as he crosses the street back, a car almost hits him but stops in time.
He just doesn't fucking care anymore.
The dude just can't catch a break.
Dude, that was so fucking cute.
Also, I did like the fun little thing. The two dogs, the dog houses, had Sonny and Cher.
Yeah, I like Sonny and Cher. That was
named
hilarious.
Sonny and Cher.
I like
that got a chuckle out of me.
That was cute. That was super cute. And Mary wished she had someone to play piggybacks with.
That's not piggybacks.
Yeah. Just like, that's the cutest. It's so innocent, right?
Yeah.
And all the little details, man. I wrote that in my notes.
You know, where do babies come from?
Yeah, find
and
them
all
in the bottom
that.
of your beer.
You found them in the bottom of your beer, but maybe it's different in America.
They drink a lot of soda over there, yeah.
Maybe you find it in the bottom of your Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Babies can't fit out of that, they can't fit in a Coke bottle. So I don't know. Let me know.
Yeah, let me talk to.
Where do babies come from in America and all that?
She's so like excited to learn and I fucking love it.
It's like if you're Jewish, a rabbi lays an egg.
If you're Catholic,
if you're Catholic, a Catholic nun lays the egg. If you're atheist, it's a dirty prostitute lays the egg. It's like it's so funny.
Yeah, dude.
So goofy.
It's so goofy, and all the little. I wanted to just. There's one thing. Little attention to detail and these little things that pay off. Even like losing the M in his taking out the M in his typewriter because he doesn't want. He gets mad at Mary.
Yes.
And seeing that at the end, like not at the end, but like when she comes out of the house and seeing that note, Ari.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, it's like, oh man.
Like she immediately knew it was him.
Yeah. Yep. And then she brought it back. Fucking A. And then the ending, she looks up, sees that all. They even say earlier, it's like he laminates each one, Yeah. And you don't know where it's at. And then at the end.
He never actually says that he hangs them up.
Yeah.
He just says he laminates, he dries, he irons them and laminates them.
Yeah. And they'll put him somewhere nice and put away. He liked the order of it. And then when he's found actually, dead at the end.
Yes.
First of all, he's smiling. He doesn't ever smile out, like he always smiling in his mind, right?
Right.
Unless when he tried to and he just scared the homeless guy, which is hilarious.
Because it was super creepy.
Yeah. So he's actually smiling and he's looking at her notes, which I found just so pretty. And him is like, he's finally at peace. This death scene was like it was sad, but it was like, this is like really fucking sweet. Like,
it was honestly like the best possible way he could have died.
Yeah, exactly.
It was honestly the most peaceful and like
in his chair too. He
way.
likes his chair in his house.
Yeah, yeah. He was in his chair. The Noblitz,
I think it was.
Noblitz, I think, was playing on the TV at the time, which he loved watching that. And he dies with. Looking up at the ceiling at all the notes that she's written with a smile on his face. You can't think of a better death for that guy.
Mm-hmm. It just makes sense, man. He's happy and content, and I love his little pom pom that he has. Since the first thing, puts that pom pom on top of his yarmulke.
Yeah,
and he just has this pom pom throughout the rest of the movie.
I thought that was a neat little thing. That like as they were talking, his life started to become a little more colorful. Mm-hmm. Not significant, but you notice that even in that final scene, like she has color in her clothes and like in
the sepia tone
and all that
compared to black and white.
Yeah, and then but even as she is in the room, she's the only thing that has that color.
Yeah.
Her and her child.
Yeah.
Everything else is just black and white and grayscale.
Yeah. Like, well, except for the little bit of red on his hat. Like,
yes,
moving in
which
his life.
was given by her.
Yeah, I love that. And it's funny when they get the Noblets, too, from New York, they're just gray.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's like, and New York in this is so weird. It's so bleak, dude.
I think it's a accurate representation of New York.
I would say the same thing. I'm just saying, like, but it's like you look at or artistic representation, right? Like very, it obviously has an idea. The Statue of Liberty was what got me. It just looked like this kind of like chunky, kind of like down on her luck lady, and it's like that's just like so much effort, and I love it, dude.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know, like. I'm not to rag on New York because New York has obviously superior things to Colorado, but it's like I mean, yes, people do talk about the sights of New York, but they don't really talk about like the colors. You know, like we live in Colorado, and it's literally called Colorful Colorado. There's a reason for that, you know. So it's like for me to see New York as grayscale.
Yeah.
You know, nothing more, sense. Nothing less outside of like that one lady's lipstick. Yeah. You know, just like only having a few little things be colored. Mm-hmm. It's like that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. Obviously, New York does have color. Duh.
Yeah, exactly.
It does have some. It has plenty of monuments. It has so much culture and history.
Oh yeah, beautiful things.
You know, but from a aesthetic standpoint, from a color palette, it's like it makes sense to artistically depict New York as like bogged down.
Yeah, I mean, you even see like these old noir kind of things, like these movies that are like super like crime, you know, those old movies, like the black and white movies of New York, and that still stays. It's like you'll see like a episode of a cartoon or something that they're doing a noir episode. It's all black and white. That's kind of what you get from. Definitely. This New York.
Definitely. But to answer your question, there's really nothing I would change to make this movie better.
I'm in the same boat.
There's I don't think there's anything that made this film worse.
Yeah.
So
can't relate too much.
Again, it's a movie that it doesn't add anything that's unnecessary, but it also doesn't like it's short, sweet, to the point.
Dude,
all
I
right,
agree.
That is this film. That's why it makes sense that it's only an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It only needed an hour and a half. It didn't need more time. It also didn't need less time, though.
I totally agree. I think the runtime is perfect.
Yeah.
It shows the span. You know, it feels like a lot of years have passed, and I love it. I fucking love it. John, what would you give this movie as a rating, man?
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
I love that.
A very
80.
good score. Ooh. Very good score.
I'd probably give it a 95 out of 100, man.
Okay.
I think it's pitch perfect storytelling, short, to the point, just enough time, good characters, everything a good movie should have, you know.
For sure.
Let's see here. You want to know what?
I gotta ask you what was your favorite scene in the film?
Oh, dude, the fucking.
I'm not gonna ask you what your least favorite was because
it's hard, dude.
Yeah, but what was your favorite?
My favorite scene and my least favorite scene.
Because I've got my favorite.
I think I already kind of touched on it. Was my favorite scene to watch, makes me feel good. I like watching. Was the scene right after the attempted suicide? The open the door. Music plays.
Yes.
That is my favorite scene by far, dude.
Fair.
Yeah. And my least and favorite scene would probably be the actual suicide. Like, because it's really fucking hard to watch.
It's really, it's really creepy and depressing.
Yeah, and it's like, oh god,
you like feel it in your chest of like
you want to get out.
Like you are, like honestly, when I was watching that, I was 100% convinced she is going to die.
I was
like she is going to kill herself right now.
Really didn't want to watch that.
You know,
like I got scared, man.
Fair enough.
How about you?
My favorite scene. So I don't have a least favorite scene. I thought this
fine.
movie was everything was good. Everything was good.
Yeah.
My favorite scene is actually one we haven't talked about yet. It's when Max writes the first letter, when he first gets on the typewriter and it like does this like musical thing, you know, it's as if he is playing the piano, but on the typewriter and all that. Like that scene, I just had a big ass smile on my face that whole time. Like even with, obviously with typewriters, once they go all the way to the right, you have to push it to the left, you know,
Ding.
Ding, like it was adding that and like doing the music in sync with that. And I'm like, it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah. So
That-
Eric Kunzel with the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra does that song, and it's one of my favorite tunes as well. It's so
like
good.
that is the one scene that is like embedded into my mind the moment I watched it. Yeah, it's like, because to me it was this moment of like, here's this guy that, you know, he again, the aesthetic that they chose for New York, like this guy just, he's set in his ways. He's almost as though he's just waiting to die.
Yeah.
You know, he like doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he gets this letter from this person he's never
That
met.
shakes him to his core.
Yeah,
man.
that shakes him to his core, but he decides, you know what? Let's see what this is about.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this new chapter of his life is beginning. That's like the moment I got, like as he gets behind the typewriter and like the music's playing and all that, like, man, it was really cool.
You're into the movie at that point. You're like, oh, this is good. Like,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
It is a turning point for me as well. It just fucking slaps, and that song's awesome. Again, just look up the soundtrack to this movie and just sit in it. It's fucking great.
Yeah, I will definitely be doing that at some point.
It's a good choice, man. I like that favorite scene.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite scene of the whole film.
So good.
And then a runner up to that one is actually like the ending, you know, where like Max's death, essentially.
Yeah.
Like just him, his body laying there in his favorite spot, looking up with a smile
comfy,
on his face at all the and Mary's realization of like, man, he really did care.
Yeah.
You know, and all that, and he really was sorry, and
The animation.
he really was
scene,
a good friend.
Yeah, the animation of that scene to Mary, like when she looks up and the gasp, like, you know, like it's so like pinpoint perfect.
Yes.
I don't like whatever they probably spent so much time getting those moments perfect.
Yes, absolutely.
And another one of my favorite moments, I wouldn't call it a scene because it's not really a scene, when she gets out of the I guess it's a scene, but she gets out of the taxi cab and you see Mary like they have the camera's underneath looking up at Mary to show that she's like this hero figure.
Yeah.
She gets out of, and she's by herself. She has her kid and like single mom, fucking badass, taking on New York from Australia. Like she's there and she's strong and she's awesome. And seeing that Mary after the Mary you saw in the scene before.
Yes.
Fucking just, oh man, like seeing her strong, it just always brings a tear to my eyes. I'm like, they're fucking beautiful.
Well, yeah, because she got her old self back.
Yeah.
You know, she got out of her like delusion that she was in, her depression and all that. She just went, okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
And I gotta make this right.
Tough,
you know?
dude. Oh,
yeah.
Man, dude. Fucking A.
No, this is a great film. I highly recommend it.
This is one of the movies I'm gonna actually buy, just like a physical copy of, just so I have it.
Fair enough.
There's a few movies I do that with. One is Such a Beautiful Day by a great fucking artist, and a few other movies, but we might have to do It's Such a Beautiful Day on this show.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll hate it or love it, but it's definitely.
I've never heard of it.
Well, that's the thing. You can't really find. I had to go find it on eBay because you can't find it anywhere. So I bought the physical copy.
Nice.
Because it used to be on Netflix, but yeah, we might do that. But so I might actually buy the physical copy. I might buy 2 physical copies of this movie and just give you one.
Oh, okay.
Dude, it's definitely worth having, I think.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Cool, man. Let's look at something here. So you gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yes, I gave it an 8 out of 10. You're giving it a 9.5 out of 10.
I sure am.
A 95 out of 100.
Let's see what the. Oh my God!
Cabbage Patch Kids.
I am so fucking cool.
What is it? Like a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes?
No, it's a 95.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's awesome.
Look at you.
95%. You're a little.
Bullseye.
And
Was that
audience.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the tomato. That's the critics. And audience score is 92%.
Oh, okay. It's not far off.
No.
Still highly praised.
Dude, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Good for this film.
Good for this film. The other's like not one bad review about it.
I think this film deserves it.
Amen to that. So go watch this movie. Also, we talked about some heavy subjects today. So if you're having issues and all that stuff, definitely reach out. Find a friend. Find professional help. Because this shit's heavy as fuck.
Yes.
And they did a really good job of showing that in this movie. So yeah, and with all these apps and stuff, fucking professional help's like everywhere. And you get to shop around. When I was a kid, when I used to go to shrinks, when I was a kid, dude, I got one And they're like, oh man, you're kind of a bitch, but you're the only one in town, so fuck. I gotta talk to this bitch every week.
Wow. This is new information about you, Michael.
Yeah?
I did not
She
know
sucks.
this.
But then I found a good one, and yay!
Hey!
So
And her
there's
name's
always
Aria. No, I'm joking.
I know, right?
I'm joking.
No, he's great. But yeah. So if I can hit up somebody, because this, especially watching a movie like this, if you decide to watch this movie and it does like trigger anything, like, yeah, you can talk to somebody because it's really well done, maybe a little too well done. You know?
Yeah, there are a lot of hot button topics in this film.
Yeah, if you're going to be triggered by anything.
Yeah, and this film came out in 2009, so I mean, this stuff holds up.
Yeah, it holds up heavy, dude. So yeah, go do that. Go like and share and subscribe and follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely hit us up on Instagram. Again, we are also available on Spotify if YouTube does not fit your needs. We're also available on YouTube if Spotify doesn't fit your
Pretty
needs.
crazy. They have red stuff over there, and Spotify has green stuff over there.
Yes, and if you listen to both at the same time, then you're ready for Christmas.
That's a great idea.
So, yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Absolutely.
It's a really good idea.
Absolutely do it. I won't.
You'll notice.
I won't.
If you play them at the same time, you will get a secret message from us. So
no, you will not.
They can try, though, can they?
Play it in reverse.
Yeah, watch them just like play it over each other.
Little Nicky style. Play it in reverse. Wow, Chicago kicks ass. Was it Chicago?
I don't remember. Stop hating on Little Nicky. Little Nicky's great.
It's a good movie.
I like Little Nicky. Everyone hates it. I don't know. It's not good, but
yeah, the CGI has aged poorly.
Fucking atrocious.
Anyways,
yeah. Have a good week, everybody.
Yeah, y'all take care now.
Oh, bye.
Hey guys, this is Mike from Filmabuster. We got a new podcast up every week, so give us a like, share, and subscribe to the channel while you're at it.